we are finally going to get to the worst movies of 2014. And yes, I know I have been taking a long time of getting to this, and I'm very sorry I have not gotten to doing the worst of 2014. That's taken so long, and we are now in 2015, but I've been so busy trying to keep up with the new movies that I've just been putting this off, and I really want to get to this now. So we're going to do a couple of dishonorable mentions first. No Good Deed, that starred Idris Elba, which was a really bad movie. The only good thing about the movie was Idris Elba. The rest of the movie was just really, really bad. It was a really bad stalker film, and it really was a very bad movie. Just don't bother seeing that movie. The Identical is another dishonorable mention I want to talk about. This is a movie I wish I skipped, but I decided to see anyway, just for the hell of it. And it's really stupid. It's basically the Elvis Presley version of The Prince and the Pauper. The story where you got two twins, one twin is living the high life, the other twin is living the low life, and the two twins decide to switch places, and you get to see what happens. And it's just done so badly. It is so dumb, so stupid, it's not worth seeing at all. Okay, now that that is all set and out of the way, we're going to talk about the worst movies of 2014, and I really don't have much of an order to this, but I'm going to get through this anyway, so let's get through this. First, I want to talk about one of my biggest disappointments of 2014, and there's some people are still liking this movie. That's your opinion, that's fine. Only Lovers Left Alive, which starred Tilda Swinton and Tom Hiddleston. I was really looking forward to this movie because this is Tom Hiddleston, Loki, as a vampire. And I was disappointed. I wanted to see a really cool interpretation of a vampire from Tom Hiddleston. And Tom Hiddleston and Tilda Swinton are okay in the movie, but the movie itself was so forgettable. And that's really sad because Tilda Swinton is a very good actress, and Tom Hiddleston is an amazing actor, and the movie just doesn't have any real conflict. There's really not enough happening in this movie to make it all memorable to me, and I really was disappointed with it. 101 Ways to Die in the West, from Seth MacFarlane, the guy who gave us Ted, and is going to be giving us Ted 2 this year. Man, was this movie bad. This is such a terrible movie. Liam Neeson is so wasted in this movie as the villain. This movie has Seth MacFarlane shitting in a hat. That is how bad this movie is. It is so stupid and so bad. The jokes in this movie are so horrible. They're not funny. There's just gross, raunchy humor, and it's just the worst humor ever. It is really bad. It's not funny at all. It is just terrible. Most of it. Starring Angelina Jolie. This was a big disappointment, and it was just really bad. Yes, I know I said I like. When you really think about it, it's not a good movie. It's not done right at all. I understand they were trying to give Sleeping Beauty from a different perspective. They were trying to give the, quote, true story of Sleeping Beauty. And you know what? I prefer the lie of Sleeping Beauty better. That was given to us by Disney, the animated story. Because this true story from Disney of Sleeping Beauty is not good. It is such a disappointment. You don't see Angelina Jolie transforming into the dragon, see her crow transforming into the dragon. Sleeping Beauty has almost no personality at all. The prince is so bland. It is just not a good movie. You really undermine the integrity of Maleficent as a villain too. And the three fairies, they're so annoying in this movie. It's just really, really bad. Transformers 4, Age of Extinction, Age of Extinction, however you want to say this god-awful garbage of a movie. In my opinion, it's the least bad of the Transformer films because Mark Wahlberg is in it, and he is actually better than Shia LaBeouf, in my opinion, but it's still a bad movie. And from this point on, when it comes to the Transformers franchise, I'm done. I'm done going to see Transformers until they make a Transformers movie that is not connected to Michael Bay. Until Michael Bay gets his fingerprints off the Transformers series, I'm done watching Transformer movies. That's it. Legends of Oz. Oh my, is this a piece of shit. This is a horrible movie. This has direct-to-DVD animation. This is the worst animation I've ever seen from a theatrical release. This movie should never have gotten a theatrical release. It should have gotten direct-to-DVD, and instead they decided to put it in theaters first, and it's so bad. Any good actors are shelved. They are not given enough screen time. Bernadette Peters is the best singer of them all, but she's not given a chance to sing. The three main actors that you come to see, the Lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow, they're barely given enough screen time. They're not in there enough, and they're not portrayed well, even though they have pretty good voices. Dan Aykroyd voiced one of them. I know Jim Belushi voiced the Lion, and Lea Michele voices Dorothy, and she does a terrible job as Dorothy. This whole movie is shit. Martin Short is so bad as the Jester, who's supposed to be the Wicked Witch of the West's brother. Oh my god, this is a horrible movie. I don't even want to think about this movie anymore. Brick Mansions. Brick Mansions. Very, very bad movie. This was one of Paul Walker's final films. And it is really, really bad. Oh man. I mean, thankfully it's not his final film. His final film is coming out this year, which is Fast 7. But this movie is just so bad. Paul Walker and the guy he's with have no chemistry. This is a remake of a foreign action film. And the only good thing about this movie is this movie actually gets me anxious to see the original film that this is based on. I want to see the original film that this is based on. I'm going to put the link to my review of Brick Mansions so you can find out what the original film is, because I don't remember what the original film is right now at the moment. But that is the film you should be watching, the original film that this movie is remaking, not this bastardized Hollywood crap that is called Brick Mansions. Brick Mansions is a terrible movie. And that's all I'm going to say right now. I'm going to go on to the next series of worst movies of 2014 in the next video.